Hi, my name is Paola Beltrán Gutierrez, and this is my reflection video as a person who has been going through COVID-19 since January of this year. So I'll be talking about, pre-COVID, during COVID, and what I'm hopeful in the future. So to start off, the pandemic didn't really hit the United States until March. And so for my spring break, I was traveling to Mexico to visit some family, and then I get a phone call from my dad telling me that I need to come home because the country is going to ban traveling and that I needed to get here as soon as possible. So I left the country with everything pretty much being, normal. And then I came back to masks and a travel ban and school online and quarantine, so everything was just kind of on pause for a lot of families and a lot of people, at least. And so I finished my freshman year at Zoom University, we like to call it, and I spent my summer at home and working in nature in a community garden, so that was refreshing. And then I started my sophomore year back on campus, and I lived by myself because of the pandemic, and finished my sophomore year here now, online as well. I think, to say the least, the pandemic was definitely a learning experience in all aspects. It was at least a solitary time for me because I am a very social person, so I learned to be by myself and to love the time that I have by myself. I ended up getting COVID, and so did some family members, so I just took, I think I learned to be a lot more appreciative of day by day things that I do. I learned that, being in nature and being with my family is also a great time. I feel like for a lot of people it was definitely a shift of a lifestyle, as it was for me. But I'm very, very hopeful for the future. I am hopeful for a time where the pandemic isn't lingering in our minds all the time. Hopeful that it won't be as threatening as it is to some communities right now. Along those lines, I'm hopeful that that people realize that there's a lot of marginalized communities that don't have access to healthcare and don't have access to resources like the vaccine, not just here in the country but around the world. I'm hopeful that I will travel once again and eat inside of restaurants and be part of social gatherings and parties and just being with people again. That is a huge part of who I am, so being able to be a lot more appreciative of the time that I have with people and just the things I have around me. And I'm just, I'm really hopeful to see how life changes for a lot, not just me, for a lot of people. I can almost taste it now. A different lifestyle and just life without being in a pandemic. But again, I'm really appreciative of the time and being here. And I know there's a lot of people who don't have that opportunity, and so just being fully vaccinated now, I know what that means. And so I'm very hopeful for the future and excited to see what it brings.